every day under the threat of death, I feel discouraged sometimes. Living every day under extensive criticisms, even from Negroes, I feel discouraged sometimes.
Listen, two cups, like ice.
Welcome to another episode of 2 Cups of Truth, live from Boom Studios here in Atlanta, GA. This podcast is dedicated to discussing civil and social issues affecting our community and our culture. I am Tay Gotti, the relationship rabbi, and with me, per usual, is the queen of the court, Miss Razzle Dazzle, the voice of reason.
What's going on? What's
AKA,
going on?
if you're in the West End, call her the queen of R&B. If you ever catch Ratchet and Bougie, you know what I'm saying. If you catch it at Lennox, West End, still the R&B.
R&B.
Okay.
R&B.
And the big homie, the big goo,
Hey, the big goo.
Mr. Magic, a.k.a. the Joe Pesci of podcasting. I was watching Casino the other night.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were going to do with that.
Joe Pesci had just got out of prison. It was somebody had just got out and they was in the bar and laughing and joking, and Joe Pesci got mad and acted like he wasn't gonna kill the guy. And then later on that night, so Magic always he'll turn the situation, and you thinking, it's done died down.
Right.
And about 3 days later, he come calling, hey, I'm like, I thought you was good with that. No, at that time, man, I just didn't feel it.
Right.
So,
he had thought about it.
Yeah, he thought about it long and hard. So we call him the Joe Pesci of podcasting.
Let's go. That's what's up.
I know. So we one man down. I don't know if APB done got put out, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Maybe Channel 2 will call us and let us know. If y'all find Saucy, y'all let us know if y'all seen her. As they used to say back in the day. If y'all seen her.
Yeah.
But
have you seen her?
Have you seen her? But nonetheless, how was everybody's week?
Mine was pretty cool. Not as productive as I wanted it to be, but it was cool and productive, just not ass.
And sometimes, most high had you be still. I had to learn that at a young age. We're not going to get too deep.
Right.
I know it's last Sunday, but I don't want to get too deep.
Last Sunday?
The fifth Sunday.
It's the fifth Sunday?
Yeah. This communion today, ain't it? Normally they do it on the fifth Sunday, don't it?
It's Communion Sunday.
Depending on what church house.
I was just about to say, I think it does depend on.
I think they normally did it on fifth Sunday at the church out of town.
Okay.
Say what, Magic?
Okay, got them Communion Sunday.
Yeah, man, Communion Sunday.
I'm definitely taking communion.
I had to learn to be still.
Yeah.
Dilly. Well, different brand, but still same concept.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I had to learn that as a young age, man, to just be still.
Absolutely.
When you start seeing, this is prior to social media. When you start seeing all your friends doing things, accomplishing things before your timeline.
Right.
You're like, man, I should be doing this and doing that. And you end up tripping up, man, trying to compete. I never was that person, but just saying, sometimes certain dynamics and things that you want in life, you feel like I should have that.
Speaking of Communion Sunday, they give out that grape juice, and like in this one, I figured out, being drunk was a mindset, cause I was talking about, I done got lit drinking grape juice at church. I'm talking about, I done got lit enough to, to cuss at church. I'm talking about, cause I done drunk me about 3 cups of that grape juice. 3 shots of grape juice. In my mind, I'm lit. I'm drunk. It's wine.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't know it was grape juice. Hey, damn, I'm talking about, you talking about.
In the church house cursing.
Man, talking about, I thought I was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't know it was grape juice till you get old. You thought it was wine too.
Yeah, the whole time you probably really do thinking you grown. But funny story, rest in peace, my cousin Lil Larry. Lil Larry passed, might be 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
To date.
Rest in peace, Lil Larry.
Yeah,
rest in peace, his Lil Larry, and rest in peace, my Lil Larry.
Lil Larry is straight out of New Orleans, man. And, but down there, him being our relative, but, when parents, not graduate, but when they become adults and they branch off, they adopt different things than what they were taught as kids. So, my parents grew up in the Kojic strict church home in Alabama.
Both of them?
No, just my mom.
Okay.
My dad didn't. My dad's side didn't grow up there.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Interesting.
No.
Interesting.
But long story short, his little Larry's dad, who's my uncle,
Mm-hmm.
when they moved to New Orleans, his mother was Catholic.
Oh.
Correct. So when he passed, and we went to New Orleans for the funeral,
Okay.
at the end of the ceremony, or at the end of the homegoing, they actually take communion.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't pass down cups.
Right.
Everybody drinks out the one cup.
Right. Why?
the
It's big. Yeah.
Hey, my auntie said, no.
We said not today.
She said, I love nephew, but nah, we ain't doing that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It's the same one.
you know, and you never want to see your loved ones leave, but it was a nice number of people there.
Mm-hmm. So how old was
At
he?
that time, Larry might have, don't quote me, but he probably was 33, 34.
Okay, so that's young.
But, just a quick backstory, he was born, when he was born, he had a condition with his liver, but he was only given like 4 months from birth.
What?
Yeah, so to only be given 4 months and to live to be 34, 35,
Right.
that was a blessing within itself.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That was a
Yeah,
blessing.
that was a blessing.
Blessing on blessing, like 10
correct.
times.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Well, speaking of mindsets, that's really one of our topics today.
Right.
This whole mindset about this COVID vaccine, man. Now, on was it Tuesday? I'm sitting back on the couch. I'm sure everybody was, went home, saw the evening news,
Right.
pop up, HBCUs, locally in Atlanta, AUC mainly, Morehouse Spelman.
Clark.
Morris Brown will be back accredited this fall,
Clark.
and Clark,
Mm-hmm.
and Emory.
Emory. Yep.
Yeah, and Emory.
They getting their accreditation back too?
No. No, Emory ain't never lost.
I was about to say,
If it's,
I'm talking about so
there.
no, guy. Wait a minute, cause I'm sure there's some listeners out there like me that done got lost when you said that.
My apologies.
So you said, cause you said Morehouse getting their accreditation back,
No, Morris Brown.
Morris Brown getting their accreditation back, and
Correct.
then you said Clark.
Yes. Well, we knew where we were going.
Right,
Yeah.
you said Clark, so I'm like Clark getting their accreditation back.
No.
let's clear that up.
Let's clear it up.
Let's clear it up.
When I said AUC, I was giving Morris Brown their credit back of saying, yes, you are now back in the fold this upcoming fall because they lost their accreditation.
They lost their accreditation.
So when we were saying AUC for the last 10 years, it was on the Morehouse, Spelman, Clark.
Exactly.
Now we're adding Morris Brown back.
Right.
So Morris Brown back in the AUC.
Now they're
Right.
back.
You said back
Officially.
in the fold.
It's
like
back in the fold.
Yeah,
Back
so
in
I'm
the
saying,
fold.
so Morris Brown across the burning sink.
They back. It took them a long time. But
They
they
across the burning
back.
sink.
It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know, man, I done seen a lot of businesses lose their liquor license.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And clothes.
And
Exactly.
I remember it was the period of time when what you call they lost their liquor license.
Who?
The Flame. The Flame lost their liquor license for a little period of time. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That okay? Offline, but yeah.
It does happen. It can
Right.
happen.
Burn Lounge
Mm-hmm.
down in South Fulton, but they coming back, and I'm so glad.
Yeah,
Shout out to Burn Lounge.
Yeah, Burn Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those list of schools that I just named actually have now are requiring students mandated to get the vaccine
in order to come back to
before they
the
return
class.
back to the fall. Now, initially, when I first heard it, I was hot because I just heard AUC, so I just thought black student,
Right,
black college,
right,
black faculty,
Right.
black staff.
right.
Then you hear Emory just a little drop, and I'm like,
You said, let me reassess.
correct.
So, was there a stipulation with Emory? Like, they weren't mandating it, or is Emory mandating it also?
It's mandatory.
Okay.
But here recently, in the past 24 hours, George Washington University, Yale, College of Atlantic in Maine,
Okay.
Grinnell College, Seattle University, Vassar College, Bowdoin College, Assumption University have all joined. Even I did say Georgetown.
You did. No, you said George Washington.
Okay, now
Georgetown,
Georgetown,
okay.
in DC,
Okay.
Manhattanville College have all jumped on board. with mandating that they get the vaccine shot?
See, when y'all first presented the topic to me, it was a thing where it was a thing where I did was like, you know what, that's crazy, such and such, such and such. But then after a couple of days passed, and I got thinking about HBCUs and how HBCUs need their money. HBCUs, I just can't think, like somebody had to force their hand to say, hey, because I can't see a HBCU saying, because they know that would hurt them drastically if someone says, hey, you know what, if you're gonna mandate this, and well, I'm not coming to that HBCU. Knowing HBCU need the recruits, they need the students, they need the money.
Right.
So I couldn't see a HBCU really. After I thought about it, I couldn't see a HBCU just really putting their own hurdle out there.
Correct.
What do you mean? So you saying you can't see an HBCU agreeing to it?
Now I can say them agreeing to it because they hand force.
Right.
They hand force, but I just can't see this ain't so. What I'm saying is this is not something that a HBCU made up. They didn't come to the table with this. This was presented to them.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And so that was the issue. Like, you at the table, but at the end of the day, what were the stipulations behind the closed doors? Because every HBCU is not, but just like anything, they're gonna catch on.
Right, and it's April. I'm going into May.
Correct.
So we're not even talking about summer. We're talking about August. So a lot can happen in them 3 months. What is that? Yeah, 3 months. Now check this out. Do you guys remember when Trump was in office and he was having meetings with the department, his head of the DeVos, the department chair of education or whatever, and he was having conversations with HBCU presidents, and people were extremely pissed because they were taking pictures, acting as if they were on the same page and everything was okay, when in actuality it wasn't, because money had been slashed. But he noticed that when they were having those meetings, funding was getting trickled in to those specific HBCUs for those presidents that did entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, I feel like it was some type of stipulations on the back end, for sure.
So yes, we're gonna give you this money, but in the next maybe 9 to 10 months, you're gonna have to mandate that your kids take the Pfizer vaccine in order to continue getting this money.
Well,
so it's a Pacific vaccine. They don't have.
I just did that. Just for the shits and giggles.
Right. Well,
because
see,
you definitely don't want the Johnson & Johnson.
What?
Johnson & Johnson. They say Johnson & Johnson would giving people cancer, the lotion,
the baby powder,
the baby powder,
and they said men weren't becoming erect any longer that we're taking the Johnson & Johnson.
That's the vaccine. We were talking about, Johnson & Johnson paid out billions of dollars.
Yeah, I know about that.
Oh, okay,
I'm talking about the vaccine.
Someone mentioned that. I'm not sure.
We didn't fact check it, but that's tough.
It is tough. But check this. What was my... Okay, so check this out. From a devil's advocate position, as far as, like, let's say I'm the president of an HBCU or just even a department head. Let's say we don't mandate the vaccines, and 10%, let's say, at my school gets vaccinated. Okay. We get back to school, we're taking certain precautions, but all of a sudden, one of my the department that I'm the chair, the department head of, I don't know, let's say it's 1,000 students in my department. Let's say 100 of them come up with COVID. You know what I'm saying? And then take it back wherever they came from, maybe to their dorm. Then they spread it. And then now the university is looking like a cesspool of COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me. Hey, look, I need to speak to Stan Moore. Look, Stan Moore is chiming in. Look, and
they calling in or they?
Nah, he just chimed in, like, you know what I'm saying. But I need to like Stan Moore. I need to understand Stan Moore is a business developer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stan Moore really have a lot to say, and Stan Moore really need to be a guest on this show.
Let's go.
But Stan Moore hides a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Stan Moore hides a lot, and Stan Moore like big girls, and like he like big girls, and I don't know if that's the reason why he be hiding from me. Or what
does that have to do with anything?
But I just want him to know, you know what I'm saying, dog. Look, holler at the people, holler at your boy. You know, like, look, you know, it's a peace treaty. I'm extending the olive branch to you, dog. Like,
You're right.
look,
Come on. Let's see.
come on, rock with me, dog. I ain't gonna say nothing about the big girls no more.
Lord.
You know what I mean? But it was a brilliant mind.
Right.
Yeah,
let's stand. Come on the show.
We won't stand.
Come on, sir.
Dion, what's going on, Wise? Dion, man. But no, I ain't wanna, you know, bop out back to your regular scheduled program.
Right. But no, I'm just thinking about it from the standpoint of there being an outbreak, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But truthfully, because of the new standards of you getting a shot, you getting a second shot, and then possibly 3 months after that shot, you needing a booster to keep up the efficacy, basically, of the vaccine. Who's gonna be keeping up with these students' dates as to when they get the shot, when they get the second one, when they get the booster, this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole extra department that would have to be implemented per university, as far as I'm concerned. Or university system, I don't know. But to me, honestly speaking, like I said, that was me speaking from a devil's advocate position. And in the event that it were me, I would most definitely have to seek education, a different avenue, because I would not have entertained it back when I was in college in my early 2000, mid 2000. But that was just me.
Well, the American University president, Sylvia Bell, she stated, quote, COVID-19 vaccines reduce the spread of the disease and are very effective at preventing serious illness and hospitalization.
Okay.
So, I mean, I understand that quote. So, for an example, like I'm thinking, if I'm the president and I don't agree with, it was just eerie to me how they just pushed out HBCUs. That's where I stopped the line. But if I'm a president of a HBCU or any university,
right,
and I know that we've had students away for a whole year,
right,
and some change. Let's say you went to summer school too, and you getting ready to come back. Let's say you got to do your student teaching. It's different things that you cannot do away from the school,
right,
depending on your degree.
True.
You see, even as a theater major, you got to be able to perform.
You have to be.
In order for you to graduate with a degree in theater.
Right.
But you got to.
You got to do stage play.
Right.
You got to do costume design. You got to do it all.
You got to do one act.
Right.
Yeah, you got to do a one act play. So, for whatever reason, I have to see you every day. Okay. But if you've been gone for a whole year, it's gonna put everybody else at danger because you may or may not have had the vaccine shot.
Right.
So it ain't about when you get here and goes elsewhere. It's where you been elsewhere
and
before you come back.
True that. Now check this out. There were some universities that did not quite shut down in fall semester of last year, right? Or excuse me, spring semester when the COVID hit. Let's say spring semester of early 2020. When COVID hit, a lot of students did not immediately go home.
Yes.
And what did not get reported that I know firsthand, just because a lot of people that I know have freshmen that went off to college and sophomores that were in school, a lot of students, schools and stuff didn't shut down. Some students, they had the option to leave. Some students did, some students didn't. I know for a fact that there were a lot of major D1 type universities that did not shut down, that had outbreaks on the football team, that had outbreaks just in certain dorm rooms, and they were not doing anything. They were just telling the students, go back to your room and quarantine. Not knowing if the other roommate had, or the other roommates for certain situations had even been tested or had been exposed for, more so than just with their roommate. So to me, I don't know, that was a lapse in judgment. The schools that I know, Auburn, Tennessee State.
Auburn. Okay, because I know the coaches at Auburn.
Auburn, definitively. Tennessee University, I believe. The blue and white team. So I know it's Tennessee State and Tennessee University. I think TU is...
Tennessee State is blue and white.
Blue and white.
University of Tennessee is orange and white.
The blue and white. The blue and white school. Like I said, definitively, knew some students that were out there and the virus was spreading and they weren't really doing anything.
We got to call them out.
Well...
Absolutely. Some here in Georgia, too.
Now, it's surprising you mentioned that about athletes because it was a pro player I actually saw on my Google feed this morning. I can't remember his exact name. But he has taken the vaccine shot and has caught COVID, and now he has to sit out because he can't play.
They gave him COVID. That's what
so
I'm saying.
Now I got the shot. Doesn't mean I cannot
That's
get
not
it.
what the vaccine is.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
and a lot
It
of
don't
people
make
don't.
you immune to it.
Right, it builds
Correct.
up. It's somewhat of an immune builder. And
Yeah,
then
they
it's
gotta put it
basically
in
saying-
you.
Right. So in the flu shot, the flu
They got to
disease,
put it in you. Like if I ain't never had it, like why I'm gonna go in? Like if I ain't
Put
got
it
it, I'm
in
gonna
you.
go tell you to put it in me for.
you're gonna have to miss. That's why you can.
That's
miss
what
me
I'm
with
saying. It doesn't make really
why you
good
miss
sense
me
to
with
me. Like, but I feel like all of us as a people, we have really came in contact with it in some shape, form, or fashion.
I agree.
Yeah, I think
Already,
it's
so I
inevitable.
feel like we
Everybody
have
thought
already
that.
started to build as a whole in the country. I think we all have started to build the antibodies. Ain't that what they
The
call it?
body,
The immune
the
system,
body
yeah.
heals itself.
Right.
If you don't, if you're
you do
feeding
it
it
the
properly,
right rate, it
let's
will
go.
heal itself.
Let's
The
go.
body will heal itself.
Let's go. That's
It's steadily evolving.
and let's go.
Yeah.
Every day you wake up.
You feel me? So
Every day.
I mean, but long story short, for me, the upcoming
As a
freshmen,
theater major.
the freshmen. Well, I was both, but I graduated
Okay.
with the radio and TV. But I started with theater.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So any event that, let's say you were a theater major, what like, and you in your junior senior year, like those are pivotal years.
Yeah, you can't.
any major.
You can't do anything from home as a theater major.
Right.
Hey, right. Let me, cause I'm gonna speak on theater,
Right.
cause I was theater major,
Okay. Theater
major. I'm
Okay.
talking about like, and theater majors don't get a lot of credit for what they should get credit for. Cause this is one of the most rigorous
It's
degrees that you'll go get. Cause not only does it is just as demanding academically as any other major, but the physical part of being in theater, it's like it's 2 times a college into theater. Like
Teach us.
Cause a lot of people don't know. They look at theater majors and they don't like, oh, you're a theater major. Like, that's dumb.
Exactly.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Teach me.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying dumb. I'm just saying like what you
man.
doing for
Like that ain't nothing.
You
Like
ain't-
you know what I'm saying? I'm in biology. I'm in such and such.
Political science, yeah.
But they don't understand like one class. Like you don't understand all nighters. Like you know what I'm saying? Still have to be at class in the morning. I'm talking about you rehearse from what you get out of class. You might start rehearsal 6, 7 o'clock, and you rehearsing at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's
Then
a
you got to
fact.
get up and go to your 8 o'clock.
And see, the same teacher that had you in rehearsal all night, they teaching your 8 o'clock class.
And they betting you not be there.
No, they're ready.
That's what I'm saying.
Fresh. They don't, it ain't even, you was here with me 5 hours. You ain't tired. They refreshed. Ready to do it again.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Listen.
My degree, I have a political science, a BA in political science, and I can count on maybe one hand how many all-nighters I pulled. Only because political science was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you gotta look at it
So-
from
No.
from like an experience. Because when Magic came to the theater, we did, I think, maybe 1 year together. And then I went to radio and TV.
Gotcha.
Dr. Sweeting. And I don't mean no, is Dr. Sweeting still living?
He's in Atlanta. He's still.
Oh
living.
my God.
Boy, listen. I would love to bring
Boy,
Dr. Sweet. If we can bring Dr.
Dr.
Sweet,
Sweet,
listen. I'm gonna try to pull that off.
Pull that off.
I'm gonna try.
That's the
That
move-
ain't
that's
no
the
promise
move of the
there.
century right there. Dr. Sweeting. You gotta think. You might have a 20-minute monologue, right?
Oh wow.
They're reading the script with you, but they're simultaneously looking at your physical care, your
Right.
facial expression, making sure you're blocking straight, but then they're still looking down at the script. You might do your whole 20-minute monologue and say start over because you might have missed a line
3 minutes in.
9 minutes in. And you got to start all over again, but you got to think, you got 10 more students got to do their monologue too.
And then I'm sitting there, I'm in line.
You ready. Now you sitting
No,
in,
you
you
sitting
sitting in
there.
the theater.
I mean,
You
it's
ready, you
hard
going
though.
over your stuff.
Right, you going on your stuff, but it's hard. But even in that though, when you ain't the first one, like when you gotta work, when you gotta wait 3, 4 people, just think.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for you
But
to
just
do
think
yours.
how tired you get doing that process. This
That's
hours.
tiring.
You have to do your. You got to
That's what I'm
turn
imagining.
it. But it's just like you got to turn in your assignment at 1:30 in the morning. And the only way you can turn it in is to be there and physically do it.
That's
and
crazy.
physically be.
Yeah.
So after
Yeah.
that year, I had, because I crossed that spring when Magic came that fall. I walked over to Dr. Stewart's office. and gave her that yellow slip, because the yellow slip means you're transferring majors.
Right.
And you can't do it. Your dean has to do
A
it.
sign off on.
I slid that thing off, and she looked at me. She said, "Man, oh Lord, what are you doing?" I said, "I got to go." I said, the Dupes is traveling.
Right.
They road tripping.
And I can't
I'm
do it.
here in Little Barlow Theater 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning.
And
I
have to
can't
get up
do
for
it.
8 o'clock.
I can't. That wasn't the issue. I couldn't go party. I
Oh.
couldn't road trip.
I don't
I was
blame you
like,
for that.
nah,
either.
I got to go with the Dupes.
People
I'm
don't
sorry.
know how dynamic people are that come out of theater. Now you get to work in costume with lights,
Man,
sound.
it's beautiful.
You
Makeup,
so
you can do it
makeup.
all.
You so like
Diverse, man.
diverse. Like it sets you apart from so many other
Yeah.
people, and they can't figure it out. Like wonder why. Like they think, oh God, but. You know, but I tell a lot of people this right here, and I don't be trying to toot my horn. nothing
Toot
like
it!
that. Toot me.
Yeah.
And not just the theater horn. But not just the theater horn.
Listen to one.
Hey, but but listen. But you line up the regular person against all theater people, and they get outworked every time. Like we so diverse. Like, I'm talking about true theater, not people who just say they act or they say. I'm talking about true theater people.
Right.
I'm talking about, and it's a difference. And a lot of times people don't meet true theater people. They meet people that just, you know, they just mention theater and acting, and then people
A
lump
true
it out.
theater
A
thespian.
thespian. A
Yeah.
thespian.
So,
Yeah,
and
you
you
know
got
the
into
difference.
theater in college, right?
Yeah, Tay.
Okay.
I was like Tay took me over.
I
Right.
took her to the
So
theater.
did you do theater at Tri-Cities?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I just
okay.
played ball at Tri-City, but I
Okay.
mean, we had acting classes as electives and things of that
Right.
nature. But I mean, my whole niche there, and people know me even from that, was just comedy, just being naturally funny.
Right.
But no, I didn't do any. Actually,
For
fun
the
fact.
drama program, because that's what it
Yeah,
was.
we
drama.
know for theater. But before we go to our first sponsor, but the fun fact is, my senior year, they were doing a live production on stage, and now that I'm not because I'm older, but because I once was theater major for a few years, I know it was disrespectful. And if I was one of the people on that play, I probably would have swung on me.
Oh, Lord
But I
Jesus.
was backstage at a live play
Uh-huh.
at Tri-Cities my senior year. And they're going through their scenes, and I'm back in the curtain, and my homeboy was behind me. And first of all, the door should have been locked anyway.
Right.
Shout out to Miss Turner. They should have locked the door. So I came backstage, and my homeboy said, "God, what you doing back here?" I said, "Oh, man, I'm about to go to the crib. I didn't know y'all had a play today."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, yeah, man, he was working lights." And I was like, "Damn, they got little snacks out there on the set."
Right.
He
Because
said,
they're going to be there
It's a scene.
all day.
It's part of the scene.
Oh,
He
you
said,
eating the scene
he said, "I
snack?
bet you won't go out there and get it." I said, "Why I won't?" I walked right out there in a live scene
Tay, please stop.
and took a piece of, it was something, I forget what it was, a chip or something. And I said, that's good. And I grabbed another one and exited the stage. The whole crowd went laughing, man. The director of the play was hot.
Yes.
So I walk out the stage, and everybody knows the theater hall in Tri-City. So I'm in the theater hall, and I'm walking past the double door, and he said, "Stop right there! Stop right there! You are so disrespectful. Don't you ever." And he got close. I said, "Well, hold on now." So Mr. Norwood, shout out Mr. Norwood. He's
Yeah,
still
but is he
over
still there?
too. Yes.
He was there when I was there. Okay.
He come outside. He said, "What's the problem?" So the teacher tell him what I did. The director tell him what I did. And Mr. Norwood, he's gonna be expelled. And Mr. Norwood, that was my mentor. It still is. He said,
Okay.
he used to tell you that right now. That's not gonna happen. Nothing happened to him.
Oh.
He said, "But I handled him." And he took me up the highway. He said, "Tay, why would you do that?"
Right.
Anyway,
These people up there waiting
Yeah.
for what was it was a play that they did every freaking year when I was there.
Probably Jesus Christ Superstar.
Not even Jesus Christ.
They
It
wore
was
that
the
out.
one with the plant that eats people or
Little
something.
Shop of
Seymour.
Horror.
Little Shop of Freaking
Yeah.
Horrors. Baby, when I tell you them folks that Tri-City Drama Program, them 2 years I was there, used to wear that bitch out. Baby. But I'm surprised it wasn't Little Shop of Horrors, because good day. I was
Yeah.
like, God
Yeah,
damn.
Jesus Christ Superstar was our go-to
Okay.
when I was there.
Okay.
But
Yeah, shout out Mr. Norwood.
yeah, shout out to Norwood. I need to call him, bro. He'll be a good
He
good
would.
guest,
He
good
would.
guest to come in.
Yeah, because he done seen a lot
He's seen a lot and done a lot.
of people, right?
Yeah,
Of,
he knows a lot of people.
Tri-Cities, because
Yeah.
Tri-Cities is from the east to the west.
Yeah.
Know that.
Yeah, we global.
So, right.
But our first sponsor is Woo's y'all, shout out to Woo. He had his son.
Congratulations.
Shout out to the new bundle of joy. But our first sponsor is Woo's Grilled Crab Legs. Coach Woo, they said he got his he had some astronomical order the other day from a listener from the show.
Really?
Yeah. So he
Let's go.
Yeah, he reached out to me, and when I hit him back, I guess he was feeding the baby. He didn't pick up.
Right.
But Coach Woo's Crab Legs. If y'all caught the show about maybe 4 weeks ago, last month, you saw the crab legs for yourself. I know graduation's coming up. You know, most people got married in the spring or summer, so you got wedding anniversaries, cookout. I don't say the word picnic, and we all know why.
Right.
We got cookouts coming up. Reach out to Woo.
Who know why?
Cause when that's what they would say for educational purposes today, when they would hang us and in the towns, and when people would get off work and go home, they would say, "Where you headed?" "Oh, I'm going to go see the picnic." And so they just shortened it up and just started calling it picnic. Yeah. So when you see the old pictures of them hanging around with the shotguns and our ancestors hanging from the tree, that's called a picnic.
And they have flyers.
And they would bring food, potluck, and they would sit and eat while we hung, still burnt with tar, still burnt with feathers on us. Yeah. Maybe had, not to be graphic, but an infant cut outside the mama's stomach upside down. Right. That's a picnic. So I don't use the word picnic. I use the word cookout. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, if you got any cookouts going forward, reach out to Coach Woo. His Instagram is @Coach Woo, is WOOS .crablegs. That is plural for my people on the south side. So there is an S on the end. I love the south side, but this is deep like Tar Boulevard. Oh. Now on that L coming back up to the airport,
that's the south side.
Virginia Avenue, you know what I'm saying? We good. We know what means. I'm talking about the Tar Boulevard people. They need to know that S
that Clayco
is to be exact.
Yeah, let's be specific. Let's be specific.
More than one.
Right.
But please check him out if you got any big events going on. Even if you got a small get together at the house with 10 or more people, he got 4-pound pans. He'll get you squared away.
Hey man, my dog sent me one. I said we're gonna be talking about that vaccine shot.
Okay.
Now, so my dog sent me one. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the vaccine.
Okay.
It's big revenue.
Well, let me read the promo
Thinking
again.
about my life.
I like that.
Because I'm waiting. This drink sounds like Texas.
Hey, do your thing. Go ahead, ghost it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, goddamn, you ready, goddamn? Let's start this thing over. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Let's do what we do, dog.
Yeah, that would sound like some Slim Thug.
Hey, I'm talking about goddamn me and God at work right now, goddamn. Let's do this thing, goddamn. Let's go radio style.
Oh, you want me to go WBAS style?
Hey, let's go. Hey, listen, I'm talking about this, dog. I'm talking about this, dog. We're going to be in full control right now, dog. Let's give these people some real promo. I'm talking about E-Point style promo. I'm talking about, man, let's go. I'm talking about real promo, dog. I'm talking about Woo. Yeah, see, I'm fucking with, that's what we used to do back in the day. Like, he'll start with playing the beat, then he'll stop it, you know what I'm saying? I be getting ready to sing one. So listen, dog, listen. Let's go. Let's do what we...
I thought they pulled the cord. Our first sponsor for 2 Cups of Truth this Sunday is Woo's Crab Legs, located locally in Atlanta, Georgia, but he will travel. The owner and CEO is Coach Woo. That is spelled W-O-O. You can locate him at Instagram at CoachWoos.crablegs. Once again, that is CoachWoos.crablegs. You can contact him also at 404-390-9881. Woo's Crab Legs. Let's eat crab tonight.
Let's.
Let's.
That's a BAS promo back in the
Here we go, man. Look, we working out today, man. You know what I'm saying? We might as well just have a good time, man. Welcome to 2 Cups of Truth.
Let's go. It is.
It's extra, so I let my eggs dry.
Now, who's this artist, man?
105. 10
Hey,
years.
man. Hey, this big revenue.
Big revenue. Okay, big currency.
Ching, make the money bleed.
God's green earth, and I'm a thrive.
This is Big Currency.
At the time.
Live on
Test
2
it
Cups
and
of
try.
Truth.
Ain't a lazy bone in my body, I provide. Hustler to the death of me, how I'm hardwired. Go get her, real live, gorilla. Mighty well, go ahead, beat my chest. You survived 2020, you are blessed. Congress telling lies in the debate. A man can never allow another man to dictate his fate.
Travis said that I hit his right, his dogs, and his
straight.
vaccine.
That I had other things in place to carry their weight.
Where did he say that?
Travis is a hell of an engineer too. I was blessed to work with him on another podcast. He's awesome. He says that he hear you correctly say that your dog says you the vaccine.
What?
Yeah, so I'm saying that's just like you tell somebody, hey man, my dog take out and sent me the vaccine. Like I'm not Johnson & Johnson. I can't send you the vaccine.
Right.
Who's
What happened
you
was
said that.
Magic was saying that his dog sent him a beat, or not a beat, but a song pertaining to the vaccine.
Pertaining.
But see,
to
he
the
didn't
vaccine.
finish his
He
comment.
didn't finish it. Yeah.
Right. He just started
Yeah.
playing the music. Yeah.
Hey, my dog sent me some. Hey.
Yeah. So
What they
Yeah.
talking about,
So
man?
Travis,
Them
The way you said it sounded like you
he
was saying.
sent him a song with lyrics about the vaccine.
Man, what is this nigga over there talking about, man?
Travis.
Who is that? Who? Travis? Who? What is that? What is
Travis good people.
Oh, Travis. Okay, you
Travis,
give Travis a pass.
Yeah, he get a pass. He good people.
He
Man.
get
He
a pass.
actually is the one who inspired me to change from Tay Gotti to Tay Gotti the Rabbi.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Come
when
on
I
in,
said
Travis.
Rabbi Travis when I was actually changing my name that
Okay.
night. Second topic, it's getting hot. I know the weather's kind of flaky right now.
It
That
is.
storm was serious last night.
It was. It really was. It was. And it seemed like it was last night and the night before.
Yeah, it was kind of a little gap. Even had me listening to Neo Soul. I had did some counters.
See, the
Had put
kids
that
know.
Erica Badu. No, I was on some old Take Gotta Get Better type mindset last night. Yeah.
And that's what's up, because we're leading into a full moon. So from
Yeah.
now until I think the 28th of April, if I'm not mistaken, if I am, y'all forgive me, we leading into a manifestation.
Yeah, so I was on some old
That's what's up. Plant the seed.
refresh my
Plant the
mindset last
seed.
night.
Yes,
I
that's
had
what's
reached
up.
back and got the Badu out, some music,
Come
Soul
on,
Child,
and on, Badu.
you know. But leading to the second topic, the most romantic date ever, because you get so many stories about how the young lady saying that men don't know how to treat, don't know how to be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Chivalry, yeah.
Chivalry.
They're no longer chivalrous anymore. We don't open doors. So let's talk. Since we also putting so much energy on the times that weren't so good, what about the moments that were good? So what's a good date, you being the lady of the house? What was a good romantic date that comes to memory when it pops up?
So my birthday. So in 2017, that birthday I was pregnant.
Okay.
So I was just probably somewhere chilling to eat. And then the following birthday, my baby might have been about 8 months old or whatever, fully nursed, and would not pretty much let me leave the house for like 2-3 hours max. So anyway, it was my birthday, so you know what I'm saying, my boo was like, you know, what you want to do for your birthday? And I was like, whatever it is, it's going to have to be either quick or either we're going to take her out of town with us. So I didn't want to go out of town unless my mom could come. So anyway, I got picked up flowers, a very specific chocolate cake from Publix, but it was like a cake that I had never seen before. Chocolate covered strawberries, just chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Anyway, we went out to, where did we go to eat? Atlanta Fish Market. And it was, once I got there, it's like they were already kind of expecting us. And so we went from that to ambiance set at the table, like a private type situation, and ate dinner. So it was kind of simple, ate dinner, you know what I mean, and ended up having to get called back home. So to me, that was the most memorable, only because I guess I was in that limbo situation with having a new baby and then still trying to, you know.
And trying not to make another one.
Right.
That particular night.
Right, getting out in these streets, like, okay, cool, what is we doing?
Like,
Yeah.
ducking the dodge. You can't make another one.
But
baby.
not that quick.
Yeah.
Not that quick. Not for me.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it wasn't even like, you know, oh my gosh, a bunch of money was spent. It was just like super nice, super not having a baby, you know what I'm saying, attached.
Correct.
For, you know what I'm saying, a couple hours essentially. But it was super nice, super romantic. It was, you know, it was nice.
That's nice. Mr. Magic.
Yes, sir.
Joe Pesci.
Right.
Yeah.
What's
JoJo.
It's gonna be like pulling teeth. So maybe I need to get my Novocaine and shoot you up so I can yank this mole out. Cause I know it's gonna be like pulling a root to get you to talk about this.
No, I can tell you, goddamn,
Most romantic.
Most
I
romantic.
can tell you the most romantic date I probably ever been on was probably a tea date with my daughter.
Okay.
Like people can dress up and go out and do their thing, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say, like, to be so gangster as to dress up and sit down at a little play table.
You dressed
with
up?
yeah.
What you have on?
I had on my good stuff.
Okay.
I put on, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like I'm dressed like a 5-star.
Right.
She dressed.
Okay, with her little princess dress on?
Yeah, to sit down and drink a marinara tea.
And that's what's up.
Now, you tell me something more gangster than that. I mean, I don't know.
I can't get no more gangster than that, bro. Cause I've been there plenty of times. Man, they got that great ease bake oven. Is that a rite of passage, man, for every girl in the world to have an easy bake oven and that Barbie Power Wheel?
And the fact that she is 9 and she had one, I'm like, God damn, they retired it.
Why? It still works. Every little girl wants an easy bake oven.
Absolutely. And like you said, it's a rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Man, I remember Marley had that little thing, bing. That's when she was, really completing a full sentence. Daddy, it's time to eat. I was like, Lord have mercy.
Eat this brownie.
I'm so
Eat
tired,
this
man.
cake.
Sit down in the little preschool chairs.
Man, knees bent.
And you stand like, Lord, and now I gotta
punch.
get up.
Ooh.
After tea time. So
Right.
yeah, that's a nice romantic trip.
Absolutely.
Date
Absolutely.
rather with your
Absolutely.
daughter. For me, I won't leapfrog and steal your thunder, so I think of something else. Cause I was gonna go there myself.
With your baby?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all so cute.
What you mean you were gonna go there?
I was gonna put that feather in my cap, but I'm not gonna take
You had pre-thought about it.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
ain't
not
pre-thought.
gonna take that. Cause I've been so many places and so many faces. You understand me?
Y'all
There's so many
production
cases
over.
got me tied like shoelaces.
Turn the lights off.
JG.
Hey, right, you know what I'm saying? All I know, I'm gonna give my true fan what they demand.
You understand?
Do my part again. Come out hard again. Now.
Turn off the lights.
Hey,
I'm looking for.
Hey.
Oh, Lord, I wasn't ready for that one.
But no, and man, like I said, for real though, I think the most memorable romantic date is was with the wife. When we went to New York for Father's Day.
Okay.
That was an awesome trip. Her actually physically, not being the mother of my daughter, but to give me the same regard as being a great father, was unmatched. So me never been to New York too, and going there, we stayed like 4 or 5 days. I think 4 days. We left on the 5th, and so I hadn't been on the plane since I was maybe 14.
Oh,
so I didn't know the game had changed. They got the TV in the headrest. Yeah, you fly Delta because we ATL.
Right.
So we flew. I forget what movie we watched, and then we both played a game on the screen because we connected to each other. And we played against each other. So the flight there was awesome.
Okay.
But we stayed on 34th Street, I believe. And, we was in town.
Y'all was the queen of beat that.
Yeah. We wasn't too far from downtown New York, so it was a hop and a skip, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
Been a couple blocks.
Yeah, so that was nice. We had fun. They had a lot of festivals that weekend.
Food.
Yeah, man, that festival was probably like 5 miles long, blocks long, right? And so we just enjoyed good food, good energy. We saw some relatives that she had aunts and uncles in New York.
Okay.
So we were all in Crown Heights projects.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the note. Let me look at the camera. I am the only newt ever to walk in Crown Heights project with jewelry on and get none of it took.
I was about to say, come back out.
That's
with
a stamp. When I came through, they was like, "What's up, son?" I was like, "What's good?" You know what I'm saying? It's that meme up, and everybody's like, "Why you mugging?" I like, cuz they understand the language. She's like,
Exactly.
you ain't gonna put the jury up. I said, if I put my jury up, they go rob us.
Exactly. And you, like you said, you walked in and walked out.
And they was spraying a mirror on the wall of one of the homies.
Stop
No, dead serious. They had got killed like the week before. They had the candle still lit. So I walked straight up in there. She was like, this boy is crazy.
Clearly.
Yeah, so anywho, that was a good romantic evening. So we're supposed to have another one in July.
Okay.
Hope she don't get on my nerves now. But anywho. So I mean, what makes a date unromantic in a woman's eyes and her point of view?
If we are asking how much things cost, if we are,
Hold on, when you say asking how much things,
right?
what
So
you mean?
some menus don't have numbers per se.
a la carte, baby, they just
Right.
have it on there.
Right. And so you get up there and you're asking, the wait staff, hey, you gotta have a combo. Like you said, it's a la carte, so it's okay, cool. Let me get the steak, let me get the asparagus, let me get the, what is it? Whatever.
They got the big
The-
This is not funny,
The
dog.
potatoes
This is not funny, dog. I don't know what- I don't know
I'm
what
laughing.
you're
I'm just
talking
saying.
I'm laughing because I got a story.
about.
That's what makes at this age you do not need to know
That's
any
what
So
I'm
hold on, I'm just trying to make sure I'm hearing the young
That's
lady
what's
correctly. Like that's a
You don't ask.
you say that like would make it a bad date if you went out with a guy and he asked the people how much is this?
Yes.
That's a bad. Like I don't understand.
So
No,
obviously
hell no.
he's not prepared because he didn't research where he was going before he went.
And
So-
the truth of the matter is, usually if you going on a date, you say, or going out to eat, whatever, you say, hey, what's up? What type of food you like? You say, okay, cool. I don't mind. I like American fanfare, Asian, specifically Japanese.
Okay.
Seafood. I like Ethiopian food. I like Mexican
Ethiopian.
food. You know what I'm saying? Like you just giving your
Do
rundown.
you like Burger King or what? I'm waiting to hear.
Yeah.
I like burgers. I like
Get your
burgers.
You
I
like
like burgers.
Burger King,
I
right?
love a good burger,
Yeah.
but I'm not eating no Burger King.
Yeah, I mean you'll eat it by yourself.
A
I'm
Royale
with
with
it. I don't
cheese.
pull up. I don't pull up the Burger King for
Yeah.
the flame broiled.
Hey, but you
burger.
ate some. Hey, but you
I
ate
was
some
cool.
checkers.
I did.
You ate
And I
checkers.
did.
So I'm just
I did.
saying.
That
so,
was a run through for this quick photo shoot that we had.
Shout out to
Right.
Rose.
So I'm just saying though. So you feel me? Y'all will eat it by yourself, but when it comes
Oh,
to,
best of it. Hey,
but
bro.
it come to
If
us,
that ain't
it's
the
a
code,
standard.
shout it. If that ain't the code, they will eat.
They eat the
Let me
shit
tell
out
you,
of all
and
that.
Ebony,
Yeah.
I'm calling you out now.
Yeah.
I don't even know if
That
she's
is something
listening
that
now.
women do. It is.
Ebony, let me tell you. I saw you go to Local Green on Friday.
My cousin worked up there.
She got the salmon wrap, right?
Okay.
Posted it on her page. So I saw it in her story.
Oh, did she posted in her story?
Left
It
work,
disappeared.
left work, went to Local Green, just disappeared. So I'm at the house. It's like Jumanji in there. Them kids off the chain. It's Friday. They ain't got no homework. They
Right.
off the wall. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And I'm like, I give people their space because you still your own person.
Absolutely.
So I don't. When you get off work, I don't call you. Where you at? You going here? You going? That ain't ever been my style.
Right.
I let her do her thing. Cause my mom, she would leave, go to the store, go to Marshalls, go here and there before she came home. So I know that's what women do.
Right. Decompress.
Man, I'm sitting at the house. It got by 5. It got by 6. I'm like, man, do I need to pull the pistol? So all of a sudden, I hear somebody outside. So it's her mama. They've been talking outside for like a good 30 minutes.
Okay.
So I said, oh, he been here. She talking to her mom.
Right.
Then she texts me, I gotta go run and get these shirts. Because they have an event today. They selling shirts.
Okay.
It's Atlanta Black Expo thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, okay, I texted back, cool.
Mm-hmm.
The mom went and got the kids something to eat. I'm still the only one that had been asked.
Right.
She texted me at 6:30. Do you need me to bring you something back to eat? And I started to text back, it would have been nice if you had brought me the salmon wrap from
What?
Local
Because that's what
Green.
you should have said. Go
3
ahead,
hours
bring,
ago.
go ahead and bring me them goddamn the mini salmon burger. What they call them? The sliders. Them salmon sliders.
Hey, I said I'm gonna get her, but that's me calling you out. I kept that one aside. I ain't gonna call you out.
But women will most
that's what y'all
definitely
do.
pull up one place
Especially a
and
foodie,
then,
bro.
right.
They'll eat by themselves, man, and like,
No, they'll eat from. I'm saying they'll eat from Burger King. by
yeah, that's
themselves.
what I'm
They'll
saying.
eat chicken. I ain't talking about I ain't talking about no salmon wrap. That sound good. No, I'm talking about they bottom out by themselves. when it comes to the goddamn Wendy's, they
Yeah,
are
I mean,
talking.
the salmon wrap probably would have been $8, but
No, we ain't talking about price. We talking about McDonald's.
oh, you talking about
Burger
the meal
King.
choice itself? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so not the cost. Cause how much cost? I'm talking about the shit that they say. Like if you were to say,
Let's
if
go
you out
out
on
to
a
eat.
date, you know what I'm saying? You like, hey, okay, let go to all goddamn. I like Mexican. Okay, let go to all goddamn the Bell. Let go to Taco Bell. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
they
like
ain't with
man?
that.
Oh, nah, I ain't with. Oh,
But
I'm
they
just
by
saying.
themselves.
I'm gonna get a margarita from Taco Bell.
I'm just saying.
Well,
No, I ain't
shit, we
know
can go to Publix, get you these limerita and pour it in that cup, that, you know, supersize it anyway. Then pour the Mountain Dew out and pour the dang.
So let's just
I'm
be
just
clear.
saying.
Ain't
But they'll go by themselves.
But, and that's fine too.
That's
But one
really
thing,
what-
right?
Now, if
you're
you
right.
hit them long enough, they'll start going with you.
Probably. But check this out. Me personally, I don't go. My mom, my granddad told me a long time ago, do not go anywhere that you can't afford to pay for once you get there, just in case anything flips. So that's what I learned to do. So even though I will most definitely, somebody asks me where I'm going, I'm not going to say Burger King. I'm most definitely going to say, and if I want a burger, I'm either say Five Guys or Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't get a chance. But hey, what's up? Look, hey, what you doing today? Shit, man. Hey,
Not
let's
much
swing
chilling.
by the Burger King. You know what
We
I'm
ain't
saying?
doing that. We ain't.
Listen, I'm glad Ticket Jerry ain't in here.
We ain't doing
he
it.
would've
Right,
been-
Ticket Jerry would have been like that.
I'm
You know,
glad-
Ticket
I'm
Jerry would have
glad
been like.
Jerry ain't in here
Right,
today.
because Ticket Jerry would have probably introduced all of us to some gourmet burgers.
Listen.
Some more gourmet burgers than we know.
We went out. Quick story. Ebony's friend it was her birthday. One of her good childhood friends. Her husband called and was like, hey, we want to take such and such out. Meet us up here at Perimeter. I forget the name of the restaurant. It's a la carte too. It's across. It's over there by
They sell
Sage.
milkshakes and stuff.
No, across from Perimeter. You got wood fire.
Right. It says outside is a standalone building.
It's a standalone building. Yeah. I can't think of it right now, but it's a steakhouse. Start with an M. Mix something. Anywho, it was a la carte, right?
Right.
Man, we got ready. Everybody got their own little tab. We like 4 or 5 couples. I know for a fact that tab probably came up to maybe 1,400, and people were only having like lobster mac and cheese, chicken
$30.
strips. And so I looked at E.
I
and
wanna
I'm
know the
like-
name of this
I'm
one.
like, hey man, we could have took this thing $1,200 and could have had a seafood fest at everybody's house all summer long, each weekend.
Good night. Go to somebody different.
For the rest of the summer, for what we just paid.
For $1,200.
For two,
He said
for
14.
2 plates of whatever you had separately. And you know chicks ain't finna eat.
$1,200.
I promise you.
Who went? Who you went?
He said it was him or
It
4 or
was
5
it was
couples.
5 couples. But I'm saying between all
McKendrick's
McKendrick's. That's it.
Steakhouse. Oh, I never
Steakhouse.
been there.
Man, I mean, the food was okay, and that was the big thing too. I'm like, let me get floored. Let me,
Right, for
let me get something that's
$1,400.
gonna really make me like, God damn, what is that?
Right. Because have you been to Port Calvin's yet?
No, not yet, but that is on the to-do list.
Okay.
Yeah, we still.
Because
have it
Port
on the
Calvin's
to-do
is
list.
pretty good, and you're not gonna spend well, and that's the thing. If you go in there, because 5 couples divided by 14 is like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's like $300 a piece. Then they gratuit y'all within it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't that bad because that's
But
about
the
200,
food
300.
didn't match the price.
That's the
what I'm
problem.
saying.
That's the problem.
issue.
We say
Like Salt Bay, he hitting them with the.
just salt.
And he charging folks an arm and a leg, but man, they probably aged that steak probably 30 days. In an old wine cellar that was built 200 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You paying for the process.
Right.
Of
And
how
see,
the
I don't
steak
eat
got,
steak, so
you know.
I don't understand.
But they age, that's what you paying for, the age, the thickness.
McKendrick's or Salt Bay?
Salt, both. But
Okay.
Salt Bay can ask
That
to
much.
be, paying for that price for the steak.
But you talking about appetizers, drinks?
Man, the appetizers was $30. Like the what's the cheese with the
Fondue?
fondue?
Or
That
artichoke dip?
artichoke dip was
Spinach artichoke dip?
$35.
Ooh,
Like,
good
what
damn.
y'all got the milk? Who the cow?
Boo-hoo.
Is this the cow from Chick-fil-A?
'Cause
That's
I
the
wa-
milk y'all got.
I'm
the milk
interested in a $35
from? Man,
artichoke dip.
Man, listen. Now the artichoke was good, but the bang bang shrimp was normal. It was
Right.
average.
Because you know who got some good bang bang shrimp? Longhorn.
Yeah.
If we just,
Being honest.
Yeah. And I ain't even no Longhorn friend. Nor, I don't eat steak like that either. But, yeah. Yeah, these restaurants be getting down with these prices
they
too.
taxing, man. So
$35 for some spinach.
So if I'm gonna spend that kind of money, get what kind of money I put? We could have ate if we spent that whole $1,000.
Like you said, y'all probably.
Well, I thought you were saying the per day between y'all two, y'all spent $1,000, $1,200.
Oh no, sir. No.
Because it's some stores like
it's some people that do that. Yeah, you can buy that sundial back in the day.
And that was so overrated.
Yeah, that's what I said. Back in the day, sundial was the lick, but now
it was
with all these different franchise restaurants opening up, they got competition.
Right, it's stiff competition in the city now.
Yeah, it's not nothing to brag. Not putting sundial down, but it had its time.
It did.
To tell your homegirl now, y'all went out on the first date and say, where y'all go? And he say, he took me to sundial. It's like...
it's just like, okay, cool, what did you order?
Yeah, it's fried the fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Right.
Like, we were doing that at 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? If you from Atlanta. So people not really... move when you say sundial.
Right, and the food is not good. Like, that is one place I'm just like, bored.
Yeah. Well, this is our second sponsor, who is a foodie too, my sister. Wasted by Natu. So if you're going out and you got your, your whole top going on, you had all these, because all these festivals about to kick off at Piedmont. So we missed all that last year. Art festival.
Right.
Was it Shaky Knees? Legs or something like that. Yeah, Shaky Legs Festival, all these music festivals, art festival, Dogwood, like you said. It's coming this year.
Ice Cream Festival in July.
Exactly. You got the barbecue festival, and then you got the verses that we're gonna kick off.
Right.
Woo against hottest of the hot.
Yeah, Woo against hottest
so
of the hot.
If you want to come and still get your sexy on, so you can get took out on a nice date.
Or flu.
Get your waist wasted.
Get wasted.
You better get wasted.
Get beat up, Sean.
You hurry up too.
Cause it's about that time. Natu. Wasted by Natu. Oh, you want me to go? Okay, here we go. Our second sponsor is Wasted by Natu, owner and CEO Ami Hackney. Her Instagram is wasted _BY_NA and the number 2. You can also find her awesome products and bees at her website, wastedbynatu.site /. Her contact information is 678-632-8121. Let's get wasted.
Big booty Judy.
I like
Big
that.
booty Judy. Big booty Judy.
Big booty Judy. We can get you wasted too. Don't think we can't get around it, Shawty. My sister got the little ruler.
Measure that
thing on up. And you know what? She actually was doing something neat that I thought she could not do. She would take the measurements when she got backed up in the log. She would take the measurements and she would just get the person's address. And she would mail the beads. She would ask them what design did they want. What color, write it down, put it in the log. She would take the measurements, take their information, and she said, I'll ship it to you within 2 to 3 days.
Right, when she's out there vending.
Correct, yeah, when she's vending. So,
and that's what's up.
Yeah, so
that's
she can send it to you. So if you see something on the website and you know your measurements,
go ahead, go for it.
just send the measurements.
See, I need to get measured because, I don't know. Some people be measuring up here.
Yeah,
some people be measuring,
correct.
you know what I mean?
Well, like I said, when I was at Lane Bryant, I was the truth.
Oh, so you measured waist?
I did waist, top.
Yeah, I figured.
I was all about full service. Yeah, so they would call me. Centron, whatever you are in the world, I miss you and I love you, man. Centron was a great boss. Centron would call me on my off day. She said, Tank, I don't know what you doing to these women in Montgomery Mall, but they will not buy these bras until you fit them first. I got you on schedule tomorrow, but can you come in early? I said, yeah, I come in. Because first I was just, changing the lights.
Right.
Restocking stuff on the floor. But then
how did you even come about getting a job at Lane Bryant? Because I know it's a backstory.
It's a backstory.
I know it's a backstory.
Magic might know her. I think her name was Val. She was from Mobile. And Val was in she might have been in a science class I had. And she said, I just, talking in class, running my mouth.
Right.
She told me something. I was telling her I needed a kid. She was like, oh, for real? She was like, well, they hiring at my job. I'm like, where you work at? She's like, I work at Lane Bryant. I said, "What that said?" She said, "It's in the East Chase Mall."
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eastdale Mall, sorry. Eastdale.
And that was it?
I said, cool. I never knew it was.
You didn't know what
it was
Lane
from
Bryant
a
was.
specific brand. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I go to Lane Bryant for the interview.
Uh-huh.
Citron just as crazy as me. She from Loud County, for Fees for Sheezy.
4-5.
Yeah, stand up,
Let's
Alabama,
go.
Roll Tide.
Let's
So
go.
I said, we kicked it off, St. just as crazy. So she said, well, can you start? I said, I thought I was already working. She said, boy, you crazy. You gotta fill out your
Jesus.
tax paperwork.
Right. Can we at least get you in the system?
Yeah.
Can we get you in the system for a
I
check?
was already on the ship.
No, I gotta
Oh,
tell.
Jesus.
See, you remind me of a story. I gotta see now. I gotta tell the
said, I
story.
saw-
So all of a sudden, I go in, my first day, like another week, they finish the paperwork, I'll go in, I come back, I not paying attention to the clothes, I'm just hanging up dresses, hanging up blouses.
Right.
Now I know physically it's a wonder store, right?
Right.
But I'm not knowing this catered more to plus size women on border. So I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, women would, hey, excuse me, do you think this go well with this?
Mm-hmm.
And me loving clothes and fashion, I'm like, yeah, I like this, third. So one chick out the blue, she was like, I need a bra, but I forget her name. She wasn't there. And she was like, I'm comfortable if you comfortable, but can you just fit me real quick? Because I need a bra today.
I needed to get sized again.
So I got the little measure tape. She held her arms up. I went, but I came in front of her with it.
Get off my line. Get off my line. Get off my line.
Put me on straight, man. Put me on straight, man. I came right round her, but when I came to the back, I slid it on around to the front and looked at her front eye to eye.
Right.
Yeah, baby, about 36. We're gonna give you one of 36. Double. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. She's like, thank you, Tay.
It was on since
It's
then.
really like Wi-Fi. Tay, somebody need the bra fit. Come on.
It did now. Everybody in the gump. You Montgomery, right?
Yeah, we was in the car.
Everybody in the gump. Pay for the boobs, for the
fitting.
fit.
Come get it.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
So you looking like, oh yeah, you need an extra large. You done lost a couple pounds. You need that large in them panties.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's
And
go.
and Magic gonna tell his story, but it transitioned too when I was in Banana Republic.
Down at the
In
same mall?
Perimeter. No,
Oh,
in
Perimeter. Okay.
A
Okay.
couple years ago, I worked there for like 3 seasons. And one day, the boss, Jonica, shout out to Jonica, her and my homeboy Q, got a beautiful baby boy. She said, I need to go to the women's side. We down. Man, I ran about 5 credit cards over there in one shift. 5-hour shift. Jonica said, you shouldn't have did that.
Because now you can't go.
You'll never be back on the men's side
Right.
now.
Right.
So I just flowed between you both. Where I'm at today,
Right.
you in women's.
Right.
I
You going
appreciate
straight to women. Just
I love
clock in and come
I
on.
love it. I was on fight in.
Right.
I was on fight in.
Right.
That be off.
Yeah, because I mean, and the only reason why I asked is because I'm like, you know what I'm saying, most dudes ain't going to Lane Bryant. Most people, especially in college, you go into a store to work where you can get a discount for yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
Right then, we just trying to discount with paying that light bill with 3 roommates. That's what
See, and you know what I'm saying? So, because for me, it was okay, cool, I'm about to get a job.
Yeah, we
The
just
Gap, like Banana Republic, before
right.
the Gap, the Old Navy. Who at Nike?
Yeah.
Who at Foot Locker? You
I
feel
did
me?
Lowe's too.
Yeah.
I did Lowe's too. Humble
Yeah.
beginnings.
Yeah, absolutely. In college, you just, like you said, you be trying to come up with a little check, come up with a little money, show responsibility. So when you do call your mom and say, I need you to transfer some money, she won't hit you with the shit, go get a job. You already got a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can dig that, for sure.
What you had on your heart, big homie?
Man, like you had reminded me of a story, man. I forgot what you said, but it reminded me of a story of me working at the dollar store. But I forgot.
And
what
how
the-
you get into the dollar
The
store?
dollar store, 'cause
In the
I was,
Gump?
yeah, in the Gump, cause Dollar General, so
Location. That's what's gonna make it fun.
Perry Hill.
That
Hey, on Perry Hill.
It makes a difference.
Oh,
it
I
makes
already
a
know.
difference.
No, not on Perry Hill, not that. It was off Atlanta Highway, right there in that parking deck in the parking lot where back then it was a grocery store, but now everybody come to the little spot right there. It's a little club or something right there.
You talking about Bluebird?
I don't know
It's
nothing.
by the KFC, the Walmart, behind AUM. That
No,
backside of Atlanta.
no, it's right there by the mall, like off Atlanta Highway,
Yeah.
like Eastern Boulevard and Atlanta Highway touch right there. Then the mall right there. Then it's a Waffle. I know it's a
The IHOP.
IHOP right there.
Uh-huh.
Then across the street,
Yes.
it's a little club, but then it's a Dollar General in there.
I know exactly. It makes a difference. I don't know what you
Yeah,
at
that's a
now.
Dollar
Okay.
General in there. So
I do remember this.
so I just was getting in the theater.
Uh-huh.
So the theater. So when I was just getting in the theater, so we started talking about being, you know, and just to the school we come from, train of thought, we do, we just be. So being, so I was like, well, I'm gonna see if this thing work. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm gonna go see if this thing work, this being work.
All right.
So I go to the dollar store and I see they need some help. And so I like, damn, they need some help. So the next day I go back and still look like they need some help. Then on the third day I went back, they had a cart out, but nobody unloaded it yet. So I just went over there and just started unloading the cart. I just started to work.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Because I'm following this school of B, this train of B. You know, I'm just going to be out. So here come the people talking about what you doing. I said, I'm working. Them folks like, do you work here? I'm like, well, I came by here a couple days ago and seen that you need some help. Then I came back there, you still need, so I decided to start working. So the lady say, okay, let me see you in the back.
Please.
She said, well, let me see you in the back. I like, damn, these people probably think I'm still in the something going on, right? So we get back there to the back. She said, can you be here at 8 o'clock in the morning? When I go home, fill this out, and can you be here at 8 o'clock in the morning? I like, yeah, I can be here at 8 o'clock. And so on my way out, I see what the uniform is. I see what the managers had on. I see what they said. So I come back. So the next day, guess what? I come back dressed as? As a manager. I come back dressed as a manager.
You say, "Fuck me, associate." How did that work for you?
So these folks got to train me. So they put me. Get where they put me? On the cash register.
Whoa.
So now I'm on the cash register dressed as manager. So everybody like, who he think he is? Get what I'm thinking.
You
The manager. So I'm like, hey, we're gonna do this like this. We're gonna do this like this. Put this over here. They're like, who this nigga think he is?
And I can
The
believe
man.
this is
What?
a true story.
Of course.
Hey, so
So no magic is to know that he's not
Exactly.
lying.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
not lying.
hey, so them folks say, so everybody came in, so thought I was the manager, so guess what I kept doing? I was managing and shit. So
Exactly.
the key point is, I went in there in my state of B, and I stayed in my state of B until they put me where I was supposed to be. See, I ain't
Come
go
on
in
now.
to become anything. You know what I mean? So, I say I don't believe in all goddamn becoming. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's a trap where you have to be there.
Be
And
there.
you got to be it regardless. So now, in 3-4 months, you know what I was?
The manager.
A manager. And the folks that was before me was that they were still in process of becoming
Yeah, still a sales associate.
manager. So, but I went in my state of being, I stayed where I was supposed to be until they put me where I had to be.
So already be a pimp. Don't become a pimp.
No, you can't become anything.
There you go.
No, man, you can't become anything. Like, did anybody tell you that you'll never become anything? Tell me, I know I wasn't trying to. I wish you gonna be what you gonna be too.
There you go.
Cause on that.
Let's go.
Well, let's be rich.
Who?
Right.
Because the next topic is this crypto.
Let's go.
Cause it's funny. Cause it's just like, what's the tree that everybody was doing?
Oh, the susu?
Susu.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
cause
so
I know for a fact, I got about 5-6 people, man, on my timeline. Every day they giving me different scatter plots and bar graphs of they portfolio. And I'm like, man, I don't know about their credit though, man. Too many black folks.
I'm gonna tell you this.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
So I'm like, man, is it a hoax or is this a validity? Like, do you got to have bread to see it come in?
Hey man, to risk that thing, I tell you, look, I did the math, and I had tried to tell them people, look, for every 8 people get paid, that 40 people gonna have to get fucked.
Right. That's what the Susu. So now we
Yeah,
referencing.
but based on crypto.
Right.
Oh, it's my crypto.
Yeah, we're
Right.
based on crypto. So because basically, and I found this in an article, crypto is a blockchain-based platform not governed by a central bank or monetary authority.
Right.
That's what makes it distinct.
Right.
It's maintained by a peer-to-peer community or a computer network made up of users/machines. Just to give you a preface of definition of cryptocurrency.
Right.
Because a lot of people just say, oh yeah, get into crypto. And this is just an educational, possibility for people listening to kind of understand what crypto is too.
Right.
So, but go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say, you most definitely should do some research. It's for me, I like things, no matter how. Some things, as far as comprehending, you know what I'm saying, comes easy. Other things, not so much. This crypto thing was one of those things that I had to get broken down over and over and over and over again. Or I had to continue to research it for it to make sense. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, there's still some things that change about it as far as wallets, cold wallets, warm wallets, just where you can go to get it, just a lot of different things, and the types of crypto, because there are a lot of different types of crypto. I have entertained about 2 of them as far as purchasing some and sitting on them. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's to sit money in a savings account, and let's say you sent $500 into a savings account, and then every month you get in 5 cents, 2 cents, 3 cents. It's better than that. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. At the height, the 200 that I initially started into Doggy, however you want to pronounce it, coin. Mm-hmm. My 200 had flipped to about $800. And it might have been sitting, like when I saw it and it was at that was the height. It was $800, and it might have been sitting there a couple months. I don't know of a savings account where that money flipping like that. I actually put $400 more in, or $400 more in, and before I could get it transferred from my bank account to that account to fund or to purchase more Doji coin, it went up to $1,100. So you're not really getting those numbers from anywhere else. Now, the thing of it is that with a savings account, you just put the money there and sit there and do nothing. With this, you most definitely need to be keeping up with the moment to moment.
Yeah.
Right, the trends, the analytics, all that good stuff. But you need to know when you need to pull out. You know what I'm saying?
So
See, but it's simple, and people don't even understand what the money doing. So I don't want to cut y'all, but let me explain what the money doing right there, what she's talking about, and I'm gonna tell it to you in the most simplest way form possible.
Oh, let's go.
So people understand, like, hey, look, if you put 200 in, and it's 800,
okay,
right? Then you
It
get
gets up
800,
to 800.
right? It gets up to 800. That interest rate's still the same. You can take that 600 out right there and leave that 200. That same interest rate, whatever going up, it'll do it again with the 200.
True.
So
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying. So then you just keep skimming it off the top. So it's still the same number. So if you let the 800 sit, and it's still gonna be the same 1,200 you would have made anyway. But you just risk just having it out that way could have went a different route. But you just go ahead. That 200 gonna do the same thing. The 800 gonna do. It's gonna be the same. Because it's gonna be the same thing, but the money you just bagged it on up already.
You took out what you put in.
I know,
so
but you're investing this Best Buy stock, correct? Are you just saying?
No, you're buying currency.
Currency,
Currency,
correct.
yeah.
Buying currency, digital currency.
Right.
Which
So
means-
that $200 so if it was gonna multiply, let's just say if that same 200 gonna multiply, so she said it reached 800.
Right.
So but if you let it be
Keep maturing.
at 800, it was gonna end up, like she said, end up being 1,100 or
Right.
something like. See what I'm saying? So it went up another 3. But the thing is, it's still gonna increase. You just put the money back in a safe place. The same, you just leave the 200 there. It's still
Take the 6.
boom. But you know what I'm saying? So that's how the money, you don't lose it. It stays
Yeah.
safe. But that same money, it's still gonna do the same numbers whether they doubled or not. So you can, like, if you were gonna make $1 million, you're gonna make it with the same to the 200, cause you can keep doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you mentioned that. So
Leaving the money in.
I'll give you this little excerpt from the article. It stated, Bitcoin was the first blockchain and financial one created by an individual or group called Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. Its value was exponentially exponentially, excuse me, you all, increased to a ridiculous level. If you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin in 2010, you would have over $100 million now.
Imagine.
So the game is to be at the ground floor.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And that's where Doji
And
is.
that comes in with being around people who, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but who are doing better than you. You gotta be in those circles.
You got to.
Because who would have known in 2010, hell, Marley was born. Well, shit, she wasn't born then, but hell, I was working on it.
Not even that. But
what average person in the world now, knowing that Satoshi got this up his sleeve, or her sleeve, I believe this is a man, company, that this was gonna
yeah.
do what it did 10, 20 years.
Exactly. But see, that's why I tell people, to me, money makes sense. If you, even though I don't understand stocks, I don't even understand currency fluid enough for me to go and speak on it. I don't. Politics, I can go and speak on any, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're talking 50s, 1960s, 70s, 30s, 80s politics, I can talk on all of that just at a whim. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to this currency, not so much. You feel what I'm saying? But I understand dollars. And I understand cents. And so when somebody told, my homeboy called me in about January, February and was like, hey, are you getting in on this currency? And I was like, nah. I was like, I bought some Bitcoin, but I just bought it through Cash App. And it's just been sitting there. I don't even really check it, to be honest. He said, well, go ahead and get on this Doji. He told me to get two more that I didn't get when I should have. But I would have had to pull out in order to not have gotten sunk into the, what's the name? So once I finally downloaded the app that he suggested, I said, hey, how much should I put in there? He was like, Rosin, this is gambling. Put up what you can afford to lose. And so I said, well, shit, let me put up a quick 100. I put the 100 up. That 100 turned into 400 pretty quick. So then I put another 100 over there. So then I was like, okay, well, shoot, I can put some more. My cousin called me 2 weeks ago before this big, massive increase that happened maybe a week ago. And was like, hey, my homeboy just put me on in this Doggy. And I'm like, Doggy or Doji? Because I don't know how the shit's pronounced. So I finally heard it on what's the name, and now I know that it's pronounced Doggy. Or some people pronounce it Doggy. So he said, buy it. My homeboy just told me to get on. He was like, Bev and I, his girlfriend, put $435 up. And he was like, shit, we had about 8. I said, shit, I already got some. Let me get some more. So I transferred some more money, and that's when I put the extra 400 on top of it. Like I said, me personally, I'm only putting up what I can lose. And looking at the numbers, I can easily, like Magic suggested, or like Magic was talking about, you know, pull out what I invested in, and I still have money that's over there still trickling. You know what I'm saying? So to me, shit, what I'm gonna lose? And just like he said, if you would have put $100, did you have $100 in 2010?
Hell yeah.
Precisely.
But that's what I'm saying. You gotta, not saying we have to be in the
But
room.
would you believe it when
nice.
somebody come tell you? That's another thing too.
Man, you right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come tell you, hey man, look, guys, niggas don't believe that. Like a lot of people
True.
just don't believe that
True.
shit. Like they don't believe it. Look,
True.
you come to invest. Look, they come with this Bitcoin shit at a real foul time. Right after the Susu, they did not. Like, this is not the time to present me with something like this after
Exactly.
the Susu.
That same $100, I could have been a million.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But with the Susu, the thing with the Susu, okay, so to me the difference is that I put $100 up. I ain't gotta tell nobody else. I don't have to tell y'all to do it. I can suggest it, but I'm gonna still get my money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be investing more. My thing is, like you said, you want to put some more money with it, but that 100 was doing what it do. All you gotta do is just keep dragging up that 100. GECC, listen to what he said. He said $100 would have got you over 100 million.
Yeah.
That means that same 100. Long as you ain't move that 100, you can keep scraping. As long as you don't move that 100, you can keep scraping because it's gonna do the number.
Right.
Regardless, you ain't gotta keep.
Right.
You ain't gotta put another 400 on that.
True.
You know what
But
I'm
the
saying?
more you put on there, depending upon, hold on one second, depending upon how much the shares are, when you purchase it, the extra 400 could get you to that 100
Man,
million.
that's just like, it's like my man saying, it's crypto casino. You know what I'm saying? Who
And it
would have
is.
thought when Walmart went public, they shares probably what? Give or take, maybe $2 a share. If that, when they went public.
Not, let's say, affordable.
Now look, yeah, thank you, affordable. If you had but who would have knew that Walmart knew,
Right.
but
And analysts, some analysts knew. I'm gonna tell you this right here. If you watch CNBC or it's a network, and I can't think of it with Bloomberg.
Yeah, Bloomberg.
If you watch Bloomberg, even for the simplest minded person, I don't feel like I'm just no genius. I ain't no dummy either. Like I said, money makes sense to me. I can sit up there and watch Bloomberg for about a week, and then I can say, okay, cool. These are the things that I should look into, watch for a couple days, and either purchase or don't. You see what I'm saying? There are too many resources out here for somebody to make a suggestion, and then you just throw it in the sewer. Check this out. When Al Gore came up with the mother freaking internet, he reached out to a bunch of people and said, "Hey y'all, there's about to be a system where anybody can upload information, anybody can have web addresses and this, that, and the third, where they can go and you can provide more specific information pertaining to what you want." He explained how the internet would work 30 years ago, or was it 20 years, however many years ago.
Been a while.
And ask people, hey, do y'all want to get in this thing with me? One of the people, I cannot think his name, I can see his face plain as day. He does a seminar. Matter of fact, that was the first time that I saw Les Brown in person.
Les.
Motivational
speaker.
I'm a think of the guy's name, and I might come back
That's
with
Dr. Swedenberg's friend.
Oh, okay.
So you want to see you left the theater.
and then find that
That
out.
makes sense. They both from Florida.
Yeah, and so
But
he
hold
stayed.
on, y'all.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He asked these group of people, y'all, come on, let's come together. We about to make some money. One of the guys that he told, or that he asked to join him and use his platform to present it to people, was like, nah, like you said, nah, I don't really trust it, and I don't really know what it's gonna do. I don't have time or the money for it, quote unquote. Now, mind you, this man is already a millionaire, so he had the money. That man said only thing he was asking for was something that he, for one, had, and for two, in 10 years, would have made him way more than 100 million. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna come back, I believe it might have been somebody for 450 million. So you just have to, first of all, just like you said, be, and then what the first thing you said was, let's be rich. When if you're gonna bask and manifest in that shit, and the opportunity presents itself, you gotta take it. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it all, and don't invest more than you can lose.
It was a basketball player. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forget the meme, but it was a guy. He signed a Converse shoe deal, I think it was. Might have came out the same year Mike came out, but they gave him an opportunity to buy shares with Converse.
Right.
I take the contract. He took the contract. He would have made
like
5 times over
Yep.
his lifespan in the NBA if he had took the shares and still played power. If he had took the share, he would have made more money over his lifetime.
A lot of times we don't understand money. We don't know where to go to get educated. Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Specifics. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
resources,
you ain't want
man.
to take the
It's
risk.
exposure.
You know, see, sometimes you don't know a person's situation where, you know what, like, yeah, I probably could afford to gamble if it was just me, but my baby need Pampers.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Rent got to be paid. You know what I mean? Like,
But just to think, if you in that same analogy, if an angel came and told you, but that $100 that you want to get with this gas for the week, listen, you'll be worth $100 million by the time your baby 10.
Right, of course
You
you're gonna
see
do
what
it
I'm saying?
then, but it's not gonna ever be presented that
I'm
specific.
gonna answer their name. I didn't know your name specifically.
I can dig it. I can most definitely
Is you
dig
in the good Bible first? I just didn't think you say.
Right, where you coming from?
Yeah, but there's also some mistakes that people make who do understand crypto.
Right.
There are some scams and how to avoid them. There are 4 things: imposter websites.
Yes.
Watch
And
out for
that's-
those.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Fake mobile apps.
Ridiculous.
Bad tweets and other social media updates. That goes back to knowing who can you trust, one of the resources, because you got insider training.
You got these whales.
You got
One thing I will say, and I'm gonna be honest, if you started from zero, it is over freaking whelming. Oh my god, it's ridiculously overwhelming. I'm gonna say that. It is. Just on the terminology portion.
Correct.
I was so overwhelmed. I thought I was in nursing school. I was like, oh, what? A who? A bull? It is overwhelming. But what I can say is that there are people that are giving out good information, and then they'll come with reviews.
Okay. Well, I have a coworker of mine. We still communicate. Named Mo Better. Actually, him and his wife, they got a team. I think her sister and her husband, they built a finance kind of conglomerate where they're actually teaching and showing other people of the culture how to invest. And I actually asked him and invited him and his wife to the show when they get some availability because they're traveling. But they have young, small kids, so they sit still for a while, but then you got to kind of get in contact with them. But he's doing well because he left the place of employment we were at to go invest in himself. It's working for him, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
And fourth tip was scamming emails. Watch out for those too. So those some of the common cryptocurrency scams going out here for people that's starting, people that's having endeavors to get, 100 million, 10, or maybe quicker than that.
Like this here.
Because that'll be part of this. You be so head gone, your blindness be off. You don't kind of pay attention to some of the common sense stuff, But people, you want to scare black folk. All thing you got to do is ask them to give me some money.
Right.
I'm like, huh?
Right.
We don't trust folk without money now.
Right. And you thinking $100. I mean, I done spent $30 on some JJs that have 8. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
More than once.
Now I just spent $100 going out to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean tell me we had put up 100?
Right, you may say nah, but it seemed like shit. Like you say, look, I ain't fucking with you. Like,
but see, like that 100 is one meal, maybe 2 if you taking somebody on a date. I don't know, but I can eat a peanut butter and jelly one time.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, but the person, like, you remember the play? What's the play where the boy got tricked out the money?
This is a movie or a show?
A play.
Y'all did it at your school?
A Raisin in the Sun.
Raisin in the Sun.
You know, it's a Raisin in the Sun. So you know where, the boy daddy died, I guess, and then they got this money and such and such, and the mama gave him half of it. Cause he had this idea, this dream, or whatnot he thought he can do. So he gave the guy the money, and the guy ran out with the money, and never came back. So then he had to go home. He had to go home defeated and whatnot. Then the girl was finna be hard, and then the mama told, "Nah, you don't handle that like that. You got to build them up, and you got to find a way to still goddamn trust them." So what the mama did, she took the other half of the money and went on ahead and gave them to her because she wanted to know that, look, I trust, I know you ain't going to make this mistake again. You know what I'm saying? She trusts them. You know what I'm saying? But you got to, I'm talking about you got to love. We talking about in spite of kind of love, like once, but, we don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we don't
Mother's
do that.
love.
What? To that son? Ridiculous.
So that's but that's the play though. So the mama gave him the other half of the money.
And then what happened?
And he did what he needed to do with it. You know what I mean? But I'm saying though, but that, we have to be taken care of like that. Sometimes mistakes have but the first time you make a mistake or something don't go away. People, they never let you recover from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he really believed the dude built a real bond with him. We rocking with him every day, you know what I'm saying? He had every reason to believe, but he trying to get some money.
Right.
He thought he'd met a like-minded person.
Right.
And so we talking about, like the same thing. So he gave up the whole bag. You know what I'm saying? Not just $100. He got everything he had. Man, he gave up the whole bag.
10.
And then he walked off. Gone. So, so it's the paranoia out there. When somebody come to you with this, this better than life
Right.
Story.
But the truth of the matter is, you, like I said, you handing a person money with this other stuff, you're funding your own account. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So
the same thing. In that case, because
I can't see it.
This crypto.
I can't
you
see
gonna
my
see
money.
what you gonna see is the money come from your account over to that account, and then you can let it sit there for a day, a week. Soon, and the truth of the matter is, if you are paranoid or you have these reluctance, if you put $100 in there, once you get $201, he'll pull your original one out, and then you still got the
Yeah,
one.
that's all you gotta do is just keep sliding.
Right, or keep sliding like Magic said. I mean, however you want to do.
That's not how you gonna do what it's still doing.
Have y'all ever heard Have y'all ever heard the story where somebody is like, some man got caught on an island, and he was like, Lord, if it's meant for me to get out this island, send me a sign. So he sent them a piece of wood came floating over to him, and he was like, oh no, that ain't the transportation island that you need, that you was sending me. And then
That was a sign.
right, and then another right, clearly, and then a boat come.
Your stock just went up.
Clearly. Then a boat come, I don't know, a 2-3 person boat come,
Right.
and they're like, hey, you need some help? Oh no, I'm okay. I'm waiting for a sign. And then next thing you know, a bigger situation coming. Then they like, he keep praying. Signs keep coming, help keep coming, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, hell, what did you think was the help?
Exactly.
Hey.
What did it need to look like? How specific did it need to be? But if you be specific in your request, it'll show up.
Yeah, no, that's what it says. Show me the desires of your heart.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, that reminds me of, she going like LaShawn Pace, but LaShawn Pace got a song that said she was waiting on her daddy. It like, her dad told her to stay right here. Or the little guy daddy told him to stay right there. Don't move. You know what I'm saying? Wait on your dad to come. Then he said, all these temptations drove back out because it started to rain. And they put up and said, hey, Jerome, if you need a ride home, come on, you know what I'm saying? But but he know his father told him to stay right here.
Stay right now.
You know what I'm saying? So, so he said, nah, such. Then somebody else would get rain a little harder. Then somebody else came by and said, hey, Jerome, you need a ride? Such, whoop, whoop. He was like, nah, I'm waiting on my father.
Waiting on my father. Oh, hush.
Hey, you don't want to go there. Hey.
But I'm just saying, what you gonna do?
See, but sometimes you just don't know what to do sometimes. Cause it be presented, and he be like, nah, I'm waiting on my father.
But see, and that's why they always say be specific.
But then
You know
when
what
the
I'm
father
saying?
showed up, though, he was like, I knew you were coming. That's why I waited on you.
Oh,
My thing is this. However you have to do it, however you have to get it. If you do, if you don't, you don't.
Yeah, but I keep sliding that 100 though. I let that 100 sit. I keep breaking.
And I know we was speaking of currency, but when we speak to our culture, we always talking about blessings. Most of the time, our mind always goes to finances. The blessing can always come in health. Because you got to be healthy, you got to be alive to be able to spend it. You gotta be able to walk to be able to move around. You understand? You get in a situation, or your kids get in a situation, they walked out of it without a scratch. Somebody else didn't have that same conclusion. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes your blessing don't necessarily come in financially, but like Drake said, money isn't everything, but having it is. So I'm definitely not telling you, don't pray for that financial blessing. But when the sign come and you walk and you get out of a tight situation that somebody else didn't get out of, don't think that wasn't a blessing either.
True.
That's all I would say.
True.
Yeah.
True.
It's blessings on blessings.
Absolutely, I agree.
So where were you blessed to go this weekend, Miss Razzle Dazzle?
Oh, I wasn't feeling well. I got a little under the weather, but I did make it down to Ponce City Market.
Okay.
And
They still taxing the park out there. They get them right there.
I don't pay the park at the market.
Oh, your car gonna get towed.
No, it ain't, baby. Even when I go in to chill, I don't get towed. I ain't even gonna tell you where I park.
Yes!
We'll talk about that offline.
No, we got it.
No.
If you got an inside connect, somebody who stay in the condos, all of the little what's the little houses over there to the apartments over there, they're fine. But you not telling me you parking in their deck and ain't paying the park. That's what I'm asking.
Oh well, it's the deck and then it's outside.
Yeah, I'm talking about the actual plot of land that Roebuck sit
right
from facing Ponce, and then the backside that's facing the apartments to the right, over there by the Mac store and all that stuff. If you parking in that vicinity, You got to pay the park. Now you parking on that side road by the coffee shop and the car wash. I think they're asking people to pay the park over there too.
I don't know.
She probably lives in man. She riding there at Ponce, walk across the street, going up in Ponce over there by the Starbucks. She gonna come back. Her shit gonna be tough.
Why would you even put that energy out?
I ain't putting it out there.
Take that energy back.
I'm helping you.
Take that
Cause I've been there. Go on, pay that little $10.
No, I don't think.
Invest
And then
that
it's
10. Invest that 10.
Look at you. And then it's 10? But no, but I mean, so anyway, let me get back to where I went. So this past weekend I wasn't feeling well. I pulled up for a quick pull out. That's all I'm going to say. Went in and I went to Tonton, which is a Japanese restaurant.
Is it on the main floor? Or
It's on the main floor.
Main floor, okay.
I went and got some pho, and then I also went down to King of Pops and got me a
Listen.
strawberry rosé
But you don't
with,
know how
with
many.
a shot of tequila.
But you don't know how many times I done pulled up for the pull out. That she,
It was quick in, quick out. That's
and
all.
she said I pulled up to pull out. But you don't know how many times I done
That's
pulled
it.
up to
Pull
pull
up,
out to
pull
pull
out.
out.
Yeah,
You don't know how many times I done pulled up to
But
pull
King
out.
of Pop, I can't. I know the store,
Mm-hmm.
not by heart, but it's a black-owned store downtown too. That do
King of
popsicle.
Pops?
It's a black-owned popsicle
Oh, where
store.
is that?
It's downtown. It's behind the Ferris wheel
Oh,
on that
okay.
side street. I can't think of the name, but a frat brother of mine.
You know where the Waffle House is?
Not going this way.
Going back.
Going back
towards
towards seeing there.
Okay.
It's
I'm
on
gonna
that
have to
side
check
street
them
on
out.
the other side. On
I'll
that
check them
side.
out because I've been fucking with King of
But
Pops
they
for a
say
long time.
they're vegan too, but they say they got something. The person told me that their popsicles are better than King of Pops.
Cause see,
And I told the person, I said, you saying a lot.
and see, I was about
That's
to say
strong.
it is, but what I will say about King of Pops is some of his flavors taste better than the others. Because some of the flavors I've tasted have been a little bland.
Yeah, everybody got their own, you know.
Yeah.
Cause mine's is the banana pudding.
Never had it.
Listen.
Never had it. I like that strawberry, that mango. Be busting. That strawberry and that mango be busting. I think I have a passion fruit one, but you know they're making alcoholic beverages now, slushed up,
Yeah.
or if you can get like a glass of wine with a King of Pop in it.
Listen, I go to 7-Eleven purposely on Moreland
Yeah, I love it.
to see have they restocked the King of Pop, because they had certain flavors that
Right.
Publix, Artist Garden won't have.
Right.
I mean Whole Foods. Whole Foods will have certain flavors, but it's a little corner store.
7 Under.
No, it's not 7-Eleven. It's another store.
Okay.
It's another little Beetle Cat. The restaurant Beetle Cat off of, I can't think of the name. You turning off of North Highland. North Highland runs all the way down through Beetle Cat. It's kind of like a block away from not the Battery. Go ahead. Okay. But it's to the left. It's Beetle Cat. Then you go down the little hill. And it's a corner store for the community down there, because they got a lot of storefronts, a lot of houses and condos, but they always have that banana pudding in stock.
See.
Cause it's a seasonal, so they make
Right.
theirs in the spring or summer.
Right. So you get ready for the banana pudding.
It's the best thing next to my mom's banana pudding, without it being made in a.
She was supposed to send some banana pudding.
Yeah, I told her she waiting on us.
We waiting. What you mean?
Yeah, she waiting on the hard date.
Well,
Or maybe
nah,
she
what
making
you
for
mean?
shits and giggles, but
Nah,
we
man,
didn't
what
get
you
caught
mean?
up,
We waiting
so
on-
she didn't-
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
what's gotta be so special? To get some
Well,
Magic
tomorrow
said-
my birthday. She might
Magic
make me
said,
one
"What food
tomorrow. She made me probably one for my birthday tomorrow. Mama, if you listening, make me one for my birthday. She made one a couple of weeks ago.
Did she?
Yeah.
Mm.
Y'all didn't catch that?
Mm-hmm.
My birthday tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
going to possibly make me one tomorrow.
your birthday, yeah.
So I need a birthday. Y'all can sing it today, or y'all
We-
can
I was about to
sing
say,
it
what we
tomorrow,
Or next
What you
Sunday.
mean?
or next Sunday.
Yeah,
Huh?
I don't know
What I want? Crypto.
what you said.
Y'all invested me in crypto.
Right. But no, seriously. So what we doing? What we doing for the birthday?
I'm laying low, man. The kids, they take up all the time. I told the missus we'll probably just do some small, little happy birthday at the house, and then do something next Saturday, because during the week it's just tight.
Right.
It's
I can
It's
imagine.
just too tight to try to with the traffic in Atlanta the way it is, it's picking back up too. With everybody getting back out, being comfortable during COVID. The streets is back, jam packed during rush hour.
Ponce. So I went into Ponce through the garage, downstairs garage that you were talking
Gotcha.
about. From off of Ponce, I busted U-turn. Yeah, and went in there. It was packed AF, and then they have like this cage situation. I ain't even going. I think that might be valet. I'm not really the valet person for a run in, run out. So I went up and went back up to the main level, and that's when I pulled up to pull out and went to those 2 places. The fall was good though, y'all, and the popsicles were good too. But I'm gonna check out the Black Owned situation.
Yeah, when I follow them, but I can't think of her name right now. But
I wonder if I put in
pretty
Black
good.
Owned popsicles in the room, that should pop it up.
Yeah. But hey, that's our song. That's our cue. To get up out of this mofo.
Oh, that's electric.
Oh, it's happy birthday. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought that was the cue to get up. He gave me the cue 5 minutes ago.
It is that too.
Okay. So it's both. It's 2 for 1.
Damn.
Hey, well, next week we got special guest SK Fitness coming in. It's gonna be great. She's got to come in and talk to her about her health journey. She got a juice that helps detox. Actually, I bought a bottle last week, and I have seen results as far as detoxing.
So when did you get the bottle? Thursday?
I got it Wednesday.
Okay, so
Wednesday.
okay.
So what I can tell you now, when you take it,
Stay home.
stay home. That's all I can say.
Stay near
Stay at the
the
house.
throne.
So next Sunday we got her coming through the studio. We appreciate you all for listening again every Sunday at 3:00. 2 Cups of Truth.
Razzle Dazzle, the queen of R&B.
I am the rabbi, and in the cut, give yourself a shout out, Joe Pesci.
Hey man,
He be grumpy, y'all.
Hey,
Someday
Magic the big homie, 2 Cup
good
shouter.
today.
Hey man, 2 Cup Magic the big homie, 2 Cup shouter, man.
We
Drunk
appreciate
as
y'all.
hell.
Y'all have a blessed week next week. And should I do my? I don't know. Should I do the cash app? I told E I was being funny. I said I'm putting my cash app on my IG page
Shit.
tomorrow, so I can get paid. She like, don't do that. I was like, I know E. I'm just joking.
Nah.
I mean, I don't know.
Nah, that's for chicks though. I think that's
Yeah, 'cause
more
I
of a
was-
female thing.
Yeah.
Nah, that's more of a money
Because I
thing.
feel like if you
I like that.
that's what I was gonna say. I feel like if you post up, it's my birthday, somebody got a birthday dinner, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, people probably going, happy birthday, what's up? Let's pull up, and then your phone goes. The people that know you're gonna start.
I
What's up,
just
homie?
do it whatever $ boom. I want them new Nikes.
Shit.
Nah, I won't put it up for my birthday. I just put it up as an artist, period. Like, people, they fuck with you. They see you doing what you're doing. Like, when you be, you say a good word or something, you be ministering or something, they catch you ministering or something.
Yeah,
Then them
people
people might
always
just bless you.
make
They might be
that
like, you know what, man, I listened to your little drop today, man.
go
It
$5.
inspired me. Here go $5.
We'll talk for food.
However you need to word that thing. However you word
I'm
that
older
thing.
than man. I ain't gonna do that, but I just think it's funny. Females, I get it, but I may have seen 2 or 3 dudes do that. I think it's corny.
You better ask
What
them
I
what they
see.
cash app did.
Yeah.
That's all
Anywho,
I'm saying.
well, we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. 2 Cups.
See y'all.
Peace.